Has that worked? Is a good question. Yes, yes it has. Excellent. Welcome, hello. You join us in qualifying for the Chinese Grand Prix. We're in a new league for a new year. If you saw me before on our Facebook page, racing on Tuesdays, that was an Xbox league. We have since moved to PC. So we are now trying to see what we can do. Our banker lap has put us in pole so far, which is quite nice. Plenty more time to come, but it is also short quali. We did it on the softs, a couple of people have done it on the mediums. We might throw the mediums on and try and better that lap, but it might be a bit tight. We'll just have to see what comes of it. We're in the Aston Martin. All cars are on equal though, and we've got two 25% races today. First one standard, and then the second one is a reverse of the top 10. Since there are only 11 of us here, whoever finishes 11th in the first race is in for a bad time. Let's put
There's only a few cars out on track. We should consider getting out there.
Fresh tyres on, and I think we just try 25%. The benefit of alt strat is minimised, so I think we just go for it. So let's wait for a nice little gap. All the cars are fairly well spread out at the minute. So I think when the Ferrari reaches the hairpin, it'll be a decent time to go. About now.
Mechanics, please stand clear. We're ready to go.
Let's try and see what happens here. So our best time is a 32.6. We are getting used to a new wheel at the minute, the Fanatec GT DD Pro, which is basically the CSL Elite. CSL Elite, CSL DD. So button presses, reactions are not quite as automatic as they were when I was using a Thrustmaster TMX. So we'll just have to see how that goes. We're also fairly rusty, having done very little driving over Christmas. Not sure if that Mercedes behind us is on a lap or not. Don't think it is. Just park ourselves here. That Alpine, I believe it's an Alpine. So many teams in blue on the mini-map. Looks like it is on a fast lap, so let's try and get somewhere we can let them by. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what like my MFDs and my talk to Jeff buttons are. All those are still a little bit of a mystery. Here we go. I'm not such a fan of this China track. First couple of corners especially are a bit of a nightmare. Let's see what we can do. Wasn't too bad, just feels like it takes forever to get through those corners. Far too cautious through that. Much better run through that one. So bend it on the last corner.
Fantastic. That was the fastest lap.
To the 32s. Which is really quite lovely. Not entirely sure what the caution was for back there, probably me. Going stupidly slowly. We'll come into the garage and stick on a fresh set. Give it one more go, see if we can get pole. This is a new league, as I said, so I'm not entirely sure what the corner cutting and things are on. I couldn't quite see it, but I'm also not entirely sure of what the points distribution is. If we're doing an F2 style weekend with 2 races reverse grid, hopefully there's a point for pole. We shall see. But for now, hurry up, lads. Q, like I said, still figuring out the buttons. The sneakiest of sneakies there. Fresh tyres, fresh
So far,
tyres.
our fastest lap is a 1 minute 32.9.
Okay, let's go.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
Let's hit it. 2:16, just about time to get round for one more lap. Can't afford to take too long on the out lap, but we shouldn't be moving out the way for anyone. So that Red Bull's gone slightly faster. Noted. So we've got about 2.5 tenths to try and make up. Track evolution, a little less fuel. Should do the job if we could just get the corners right. There's a lot to ask though. And we bottled it. That's unfortunate. We just take our time going across the line. I can't be bothered. That's really frustrating. Dropping it on the exit of the corner. At least we kept out of the wall, but... that was poor, to say the least. We'll let the AI take us back round. Qualifying is over now. No one was behind us. At least I don't think anyone was behind us on a lap. Don't particularly want to be in their way if they were on one. Oh, Ferrari's long gone. Front row is fine, I guess. Starting on the softs, the two Mercs will be going long. Haven't done much race practice on the mediums, is the only thing. Looks like someone else has stopped out on track. So we do have two 25% races, as I said. First one set by qualifying, second one is the reverse top 10. What were we at? 2 tenths off, and just ahead of that Ferrari. If they're on the mediums, the two Mercs will be involved. That was quite a tight race then. Which will be nice, actually. No time for the last two. I thought Williams must have been the one that binned it, I guess. We go again. I'll put up Discord on my phone. So I have to tab out. This is my first race in this league, so just making sure everyone is able to do everything. Race strat is there. Cool. So straight into the race. Sweet. 4 laps on the softs is the suggestion. But we'll see. I'm not entirely certain. I think I can do 5. But where my ERS is as well. Alright, here we go. Oh, formation lap.
Everything looks good on the power unit cycle, so let's concentrate on bringing tires and brakes up to temperature.
It's been a while since I've done a formation lap. I was raring to leap out the box there.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
Keeping a relatively good pace for this formation lap, so that's nice. Slower would be better given the medium runners behind us, to be honest. But formation laps are boring. Thankfully it's not as long to heat these things as it is in real life. And it's taken over. Okay, cool. Already a couple of cars there, fine.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid...
As soon as the grid what, Jeff? As soon as the grid what? How is that? How?
Is too low and will risk a penalty.
Sorry, mate.
Slow your pace immediately.
Kind of got stuck together there. Oh, come on. How is there a safety car already? Like, we hadn't... The back of the field hadn't even got to turn one. I hope I didn't do any damage to that one mark. We just kind of locked together a little bit there as we decelerated. Well, hopefully the safety car won't take too long. Delta to drive to. We'll serve that 5 seconds in the box as well. We've got 1 lap done on these softs. But this is all playing into the Mercedes hands, I'm afraid. Safety car in this lap, by any chance? Nope. Sorry. 8 following a safety car. Bunches you up so much. Especially with a bit of lag. I mean, maybe I'm the one who lags.
A new strategy is available on the MFD. Copy that.
Should be in this lap.
Okay, let's get ready
There
to
we
go
go.
racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap.
He's not exactly let the safety car disappear, has he?
Green flag.
Let's go away from these medium runners now. Except for the fact that we nearly lost it there. We're getting a little bit squirrely on these tyres already. Oh right, we can just do that, can we? Getting very close in the braking zones to this guy.
Okay, good work. Great pass. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
So fighting with that Merc, all from that wobble here, has done us absolutely no good.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes' time. Rain in 10 minutes.
Jeff, what are you talking about? Rain in 10 minutes? That's nonsense. That's where my ERS button is.
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon. Okay, the incident has been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed.
Do one more lap. Very aware that I'm super slow through that section. Gone for an absolute mega lunge. It did not work for him. Alright, we're going to have to serve our 5 seconds here. Which is a problem.
Go, go, go. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Alright, got some time to make up here. Don't know what happened to that Red Bull, but they are behind us. First lap on the mediums is a bit of discovery. I think corners are on regular, but I've not really tested it. It's way too close onto the curb there.
Gap to car in front is 7.4 seconds. The gap behind us is 3.7 seconds.
One Merc is in now, that's, yeah, probably about right. Are they both in? Are they double stacking? No. One's out on softs, well in front, okay. I mean, it would have been close with my 5-second penalty, but it'd have been out just in front. Which is probably about fair.
We think we may see some rain. ETA is about 15 minutes.
It was 10 minutes 5 minutes ago, and now it's 15 minutes. Make your mind up, Jeff. I don't know if anyone pitted under the safety car, just like threw the hards on, they'd probably make it to the end at better pace. Those two in front want to keep squabbling. Kind of settled it. Sorted it out now. That Ferrari still needs to pit. I wouldn't have thought so, but I mean, I pitted from the lead, so okay, we did get a warning there.
You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 per lap.
We do want to make sure we have a 5-second buffer to that Red Bull, just in case on count back his penalty gets rescinded and mine doesn't. I don't think we've got quite enough laps left to catch this Ferrari in front. The rest of the guys are so far ahead, they must have pitted under safety car and then taken a set the way. You could probably just about do that on mediums, never mind hards. Yeah, these are...
This pace is strong, but be aware
You could
your
easily take
tyres
a set of mediums the distance. Oh, the Ferrari's lost it. Yeah, look at that. 13 on the hards, he must have pitted on the safety car.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. The gap to the car ahead is 10.4 seconds.
Don't know why I did that. Don't know how far ahead of 13 the race leader is. Not that far ahead. Big brain strat plays from them then.
Okay, clear.
Oh, we had some craziness behind us.
On track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
Fourth it is. That's okay. A safety car played right into the hands of medium runners and those at the back. I would imagine, if we check the race director, Dan made 2 stops. He went medium. He threw the softs on for 1 lap and then put the mediums back on. Smart. Smart play from Dan. "13" did the hards under safety car as well. Yeah, very smart. Unfortunately, we didn't have the... I mean, maybe we could have done it right. Would have been a big risk from the front. So that's the first race down, P4, which means, if my maths are right, we'll start P6 for the next race. So, admin will set the grid. What was our fastest lap in that race? Not particularly fast. We didn't have the softs to go on, but it wasn't too bad. I haven't even set my flag in this game on PC. I will need to do that. So if there's free tyre choice, we will start on the mediums. And then under safe... Or do we start on the softs, and if there's a safety car at the start, we just dive into the pits again? That's a tough decision. We're definitely not starting on the hards, that's for sure. But we do have to wait for the OK from admin to jump in. We got really glued together on that first corner, which was very disappointing. I'm just going to apologise for that. But yeah, it was a frustration. But solid enough race, I think. Someone seems to have disappeared from the lobby. But 12 points, not too bad for a first race with this lot. First proper race on PC with a new wheel as well, which I feel makes it even more impressive, if you ask me. But we're just waiting for the setup and that one random player to return. And we'll be back with another 25% race. So this league does vary qualifying and race distance week to week. So some races are short quali 50%, some short quali 2 times 25. There are enduro weekends, which is full quali, full race distance. I believe Austria and Saudi Arabia are going to be those. So fingers crossed for those ones. I think that will be a particularly tough job for me to get through, as I do not race 100% F1 races, at least not in one sitting. It'll often be a case of mid-session save and coming back. But hopefully we can get through them. Alright, we've got the go for race 2. And we have a tyre strategy choice to make. I think we will go for the softs to start. Try and cut through the field. Might be a case of late minute changes to seeing who's doing what in front of me, to be honest. Here we go, 14 more laps of China. What can we do? Race strat, first things first, whip out a bit of fuel. That one? Yeah, that one. We've committed to it. So everyone else in front on softs, apart from the pole sitter. I think everyone behind me on mediums. And we've got a formation lap again.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please.
If you're thinking about a new wheel, as I mentioned at the start, I have just got this Fanatec GT Pro, the CSL direct drive for PlayStation/PC. It does also work on Xbox if you get a different rim, which we have. We've got the Formula rim that works across all 3 platforms, which is delightful. And I highly recommend it. You can read our review of it at racinggames.gg. It's a spectacular little box. It does weigh a ton. Currently running it just with the table clamp that comes with the GT Pro as well, as standard, which is great. Why is everyone spread across the road? Dude, go. They seem like they're doing some formation lap racing, but they're not. Okay. I mean, it just took control of me, so should put me back in the right box. Alright. Here we go, race number 2. Everyone behind me on the mediums, everyone in front of me on the softs. Oh, we've been absolutely scuppered by some lunges there. I haven't collided with anyone. I don't know what those warnings are about, but we've gone to the back of the field. Effectively, trying to muddle our way through a spinner. Tell you what, heavy with fuel, medium is not the one. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. He was facing the wrong way in the middle of the bloody road, and there's no ghosting. We're a bit unsighted by that one, but it's a fat DNF, which is, yeah, master and wider nee. Well, they clearly had a falling out there. Remember setups? I did not add my setup back. That might also be why I was a bit understeery. I entirely forgot about my setup. Rookie mistake from me there. But in the end it doesn't matter because we threw it into the front, should I say, of another car that was right in the middle of the road. So that'll do it for us tonight. Disappointing way to finish after a solid first race. But there we go, nothing to be done. Just the name of the game when it comes to racing. When it comes to online racing in particular. A little bit unsighted through the corner. I saw the Ferrari, went to make sure I avoided that, and then there was suddenly a Mercedes as everyone else parted. But this will be our new weekly league racing stream. We are back next week with, let's check the calendar. What is it next week? We will be in Azerbaijan for full quali, which we may just bring you Q3 for. And a 50% race. That'll be the format for next week. After that, it's Austria, which will be a 100% race. And then Monaco, full qualifying, 50% race. That sounds like a nightmare. Thank you very much for tuning in today. We will be back with you next week around 7:30. Keep your eyes out for more racing content, Formula One, Gran Turismo, Forza, classic races. Our other Toby streams Gran Turismo 4, nice throwback Wednesday afternoon here on YouTube. And if you're a Facebook user, you can check out a stream Friday afternoons where we just kind of have some fun, play a little Rocket League, Assetto Corsa, whatever takes our fancy, really. But for now, thank you so much for joining. Good night.